What is up, ladies and gentlemen, in the cryptoverse? How you guys doing today? Thought I'll do a nice little casual live stream from the phone in the backyard. It's a beautiful September day today, nice and cool. Drinking a hot coffee. Wanted to go live and see what you guys are about. So basically, we'll be conducting an AMA right now. You guys can ask me anything when it comes to 100x plays on Fractal, PizzaSwap, the testnet, what we could expect, new projects launching in this ecosystem, every and anything pertaining to the subject of the next best thing in crypto, which is going to be fractal Bitcoin, whether you like it or not, right? The market doesn't care about what you like, it doesn't care what you hate. The market just goes on, right? So you must adapt to that. And that's exactly what's going to be happening here. As people roll in, do share this with everybody in the various chats, whether that's the Sats Hunters chat, whether that is the TCL chat, lobby chat, what have you. We're going to be breaking it all down right here, right now. What's up, Crypto Keep? He says, hey, Francis, thank you for joining. We have RP here. We have the True North. We also have Thomas. Thank you, Thomas. Do share this with everybody as we drop the alpha. Smash the like buttons. Let's get it going. I want to hear your questions, all right, guys? And keep it related to the topic because it's almost crunch time. Let me tell you. Shit, this is a little bit crooked, but it's almost crunch time. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you guys to be running like a chicken that doesn't have his head on his shoulders when this thing goes live. Okay, yeah, once again, drop your questions and I'm going to start it off with my take of what we just recently saw. Okay, and this is regarding PizzaSwap. So, as we all know, the Bitcoin ecosystem is an ecosystem that truly needs innovation the most, right? And that's largely due to the part of the constraints and limitations layer one has. Whether that's block limits, whether that's, ballooning, congestion, and slow blocks. So we need liquidity pools, so we have that here. So let's talk about PizzaSwap, since liquidity pools is the main attraction, or one of the main attractions, right? It's liquidity pools along with programmability, but liquidity pools is a byproduct of the programmability, so to speak, right? So how is the PizzaSwap experience right now? Have you guys tried the testnet? Okay, so let's move on with it. Let's be honest here. Do smash the like buttons, guys. I would appreciate that. We got a hell of a lot more people here than we do have likes. I would say this. So a lot of people are judging the testnet as the actual end-all be-all product, right? So essentially, to use the testnet, right? I tried it out yesterday. You will need to have, the FB tokens. You need to have this test sats, whatever. Get that from the faucet. Once that's in your wallet, you then now need to take another step, which is to deposit it into the actual liquidity pool. Okay. I could tell you this right off the bat. And by the way, this is the same module swap that they had on layer one, right? So people will say, well, nothing really changed, right? Cool. Do smash the like buttons, guys. Do I gotta go on my knees and beg? Right? I would say this. This is pretty much the same module swap we saw, correct, from last year, the black and white module swap. But guys, this is without OpCat enabled. So this is just bare skin and bones. This is not the end-all be-all, right? And as they alluded to in their Medium post, there will be other ecosystem projects creating other, dApps. And Dex's was one. So PizzaSwap, what you're seeing right now, is what we've experienced on layer one. It's not going to be their fully fledged breathing product because it doesn't have OpCat enabled. So please keep that in mind. All right. I don't want you guys to use the testnet and be discouraged on what you expect Fractal Bitcoin to be. That's number one. Please don't make that mistake because you will be in for a surprise. Right. Don't make your analysis and your thesis based off of a testnet, number one, especially without any OpCat, right? So what's going to be the meta here? It's Fractal Bitcoin, it's programmability, and it's the enablement of OpCat, okay? And that's what we have going on over there. So exercise a bit more patience. Do use the testnet some more, as much as you can if you want. Maybe there's an airdrop, I don't know. I would say about the airdrop, remember, they already gave us pizza. Pizza was the airdrop, and it cost them about $1.7 million. Okay, would there be an FB airdrop? Maybe. If you look at their pre-sale token economics, and do smash the like buttons, please, for the 5th time. There is an incentive, I believe, for for community or something like that. Is that going to be an airdrop? We'll see. But I would love to hear from you guys. I'm doing this stream for y'all. I want to hear from y'all. What is your take right here, right now, with what you've seen so far? And again, do look at the ecosystem projects that's native to Fractal. They're growing exponentially. I believe I retweeted someone else's tweet that was highlighting the various different projects, and some of them look very exciting, especially Sats Pump Fun. To me, is leading the way. There's another one out there as well, but it's on the art side. I think that's the Homozos people, or however you pronounce it. Sorry, don't really know how to pronounce it off the top of my head, but looks like some cool shit. What do we got in the live chat? Oh, you're killing me right now, dude. Anyhow. Okay, so we have... Okay, a question here. How to buy? The word is out. FB it is, right? Yeah. So look, again, FB is the native token. That's going to be, let's call it the network token over there. Okay? And that's going to be used to trade, right? So for transactions. Again, if you look at the top 25 cryptos by market capitalization, there normally are blockchain coins, right? Stacks is up there, whatever it's going to be. Oh, dude, don't tell me you're coming here now. Okay, 1 second. I got my lawn guy coming. Actually, that's the next version. If anything, we'll go inside the studio. So, if you look at any crypto that's going to be there, right, which is a top 25 crypto, it's normally blockchain tokens. And this is truly a good opportunity for people who don't have, who are looking to get in at a price point for a new network, blockchain sort of like utility token to buy in at the price that they deem fit. So that's that. However, there will be better opportunities from an extra standpoint when it comes to the native tokens. You guys know how we do this best, right? Whenever there's a new ecosystem that is trying to solve a problem, that's creating a solution, there always is opportunities. Okay, we've seen this happen in the past. If you've been following me, we take full advantage of this. And this is what it comes down to. People like yourself and like myself, do smash the like buttons, please. We live for these moments. If you don't have a large following, if you're not a big influencer, and opportunities aren't going to come like parachuting on your lap as a big influencer, right? And you're an average guy like me, right? Because I'm not a big influencer. And don't get me wrong, there is people trying to shove shit down my throat and have me market for them. I don't do it. I don't look in, I don't even look at those emails. But if you're looking at it from the standpoint of an opportunist, a chance to make, to take advantage of a great opportunity for anybody, for you guys, this is what you live for. When you wake up every single day as a guy in the cryptocurrency space, you're looking for an opportunity like this to present itself, and here it is. And again, sure, there will be more opportunities in the future, but why are we waiting for the future when there's something right now staring at us right in the face, right? So please pay attention to this, because this is what you live for, okay? You're not fucking BitBoy. You're not Ivan on Tech. You're not Wendy or Crypto. You're not going to get quality projects come to you because you have a large following and get the low-hanging fruit. You're going to need to hustle and try to predict what's going to happen next in the market. And if you believe this is it, this is your chance to shine. Okay, guys? So, yeah, look for any new projects. And we can touch up on... People have been asking me about Sats Pump Fun. And I really do want to touch up on them. Because, as of now, it appears as though that's the only team on Fractal that is doxed. And when you look at not only just doxed, when you look at who's doxed, it's some really qualified people, okay? That's doxed there. So we could talk about Sats Pump Fun and a couple others if you guys wish. We buying FB mining cards. So I'm personally not entertaining that, but I could see why people are, and if that's what you're into, go ahead, because I believe it's all about FB. Now, BTC Terminal, I can only speak about the ones that I know for sure aren't scams, right? And I'm not saying the one that you're suggesting is a scam. I can't vouch for them. But BTC Terminal is offering hash rates, okay? You guys could buy hash rates, and then you could get FB tokens. Now, again, Sats Pump Fun, remember, they said in a tweet that they will be conducting airdrops in FB. So if you look on Twitter, people are trying to find a way how they could get FB. Whether that's from this mining way, whether that's from some pool, whether that's from mining hash rates or buying hash rates rather. But if you look at PizzaSwap Fund, they're collecting fees and they're giving their token holders for the utility token airdrops in FB. The beautiful thing, and I can actually speak from experience because we own a business that collects fees in Bitcoin, right? So, and that is the sathunter.com inscription tool. When you have a service provider that's collecting fees, it makes the use case that much more easier, and they can airdrop it to people. So, that's the kind of the circumstances they're under, and it is legit where they could give you FB via airdrops. And I love that business model because, you know, if they're doing this meme coin social media launchpad thingy, that's highly successful. If you look at what PizzaSwap Fund is doing, they have it all in one. They got the Fractal Bitcoin thing going on. They got the pump fund model going on, which, by the way, their account on their Twitter was created and they were promoting their business model before Tron came out. And we know the hype and the success Tron had with a pump fund model. So that confirms that the market wants that. So we got Fractal Bitcoin, we got Pump Fund Model, we got OpCat, right? All in one. And then you're getting the FB tokens. PizzaSwap Fund really tickles my fancy and gets me excited. You know, if those are the things you're into, like FB tokens, as one of our live participants is. Okay? So, yeah, definitely take them serious. I am one of the two likes. Thanks, brother. Yeah. Do smash the like buttons, guys. I appreciate that. By the way, we did give away 0.01 Bitcoin on Twitter. I believe that was yesterday or the day before. That's valued at roughly $600. I don't know nobody else who's giving you guys $600 worth of Bitcoin just because he feel nice. But I am. Before I get to the next question, a little bit more alpha, guys. By the way, you know, if you see I'm a little bit inactive on Twitter, or I'm not as, you know, I'm not posting as much, however you want to look at it, chances are that means that I'm cooking something, if you know what I'm saying. So do be on the lookout for that. You guys will hear some announcements coming shortly. So Moon to Moon says, what up, TCL? I know you are a old-time subscriber, a long-time subscriber, so to speak, because you're calling me TCL. Off subject, but are you buying more bells during the dip? I didn't buy any more bells during the dip, not for any reason because I don't want to. I'm just really swamped with other things, which I'll share with you guys shortly. But I could see why people would want to. I believe it's around 70 cents, give or take. Go nuts. I think Bell is a great buy right now. I didn't buy any. I bought on an average of 92 cents. So it's even below my my price point. Okay, what do we have here? Only one. What's up, brother? Sully's up in the house. Okay, Uncle Bernard. Dang, all this research from a proven winner. I can't even like... All good, bro, all good. Yeah, it's really crazy, right, guys? Let me just reiterate a few things here on how we got to this point. I get it. There's a lot of things happening in the market. People forget. Do smash the like buttons, please. I appreciate that. It does help the video out a lot or the live stream. Now, I like what you see is what you get, right, with me. But one thing is for certain, I think even my adversary will admit this. One thing about Francis Dune, a.k.a. TCL, a.k.a. Mr. 100X, a.k.a. Alpha Alfonso, a.k.a. the trendsetter, is if he says something, chances are he's going to do it. Meaning, if there's something that's in my control, 100% or even partially, not even more times out of 10, I deliver all the time. Now, when you're talking about picks, and when we're talking about the world of cryptocurrency, it's all about picks, it's all about coins, it's all about what do you think about Bitcoin price is going to be, what do you think about this token, is it going to hit over $1 billion market cap, what's the next 100x, it's all about picks. So it's all about reputation. And when you look back at me, right, back with the BRC20 wave, and I said I was going to build a tool that allows you to pay in a BRC20 token and not Bitcoin, that was revolutionary at the time. And a lot of people said I would not come through with that, and we did deliver on that. So we've created the first ever utility token and use case, and the first ever inscription tool to have a native token. You may not appreciate that now, but back then, I lived up to my promises of what I could have controlled with the new standard, which was BRC20 tokens, ordinals, all these things, and making it come together in an automated way to make your life easier without dealing with transfer inscriptions. Trust me, guys, that was a big deal. Okay, I delivered on that. I told you guys I don't think Runes is going to do well. We all know it didn't do well. Unpopular decision. I take the road that's least traveled by. I don't take the long-hanging fruit. I don't take the same path as most people. I take a very unorthodox, hard, accomplished, original way. Okay? So I just want to make that very clear, right? It may not sound like very nice or maybe direct, but one thing about me is I may be direct, I may come across as a dick sometimes, but at the end of the day, I'm telling you the truth, okay? And I'm actually delivering on my word, so that should be respected, okay? So here we stand once again with Fractal Bitcoin and the opportunities it may present. I believe there's going to be hell of an opportunity here, and I think the projects like PizzaSwap Fun is going to deliver. Now, when you look at other people on the market who may have a lot of following, they're not in the business of making picks, which is hard. Like, what's on the market? What do you think of this? Oh, we're like, give us a pick for any coin on the market that you can't pump with your influence. They don't really do it like that. They do it in a way where they got 200,000 followers, they want to launch a token, then they use their influence to pump that coin. But they're too pussy to go to see what's on the market, and they're subjected to the same circumstances as everybody else, meaning the coin could go up or down, right? They can't control that, but they can still say, hey, this is going to go up because of X, Y, and Z. This is going to go down because of X, Y, and Z. They don't have that skill set. Because skill is one thing, right, when it comes to making picks, and influence is a whole different game of pumping something. Your influence cannot give you the skill set to say why ticker token 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABCD, XYZ is going to go up, and it does. Or your influence can't tell you that how a token standard that may seem good, right, is going to perform well, and it doesn't, which is runes. That's a whole different game. That's called marketing. I have skill. Right? So what I'm trying to say here now is I've proven this, as our, live viewer just said, time and time again. It's a very hard game. It's a very hard game what I do, okay? I make picks based off of the market. I don't pump something with my followers, like dog, okay? That's low-hanging fruit shit. That's NFT boys trying to be token guys. They don't know how to do that stuff. So you might want to take me a little bit more seriously than most people, especially when you see the results are out right now and me being objectively correct. Cool. Yeah, so I just wanted to make that clear. The game that I do is a little bit different to what most people are used to when it comes to their influence. There's no skill involved with that. Yeah, Hanzo Mo, that's it. Hanzo Mo, that's it. So those guys are doing well too. That's the art. If you're into the art, go ahead. But, we're really mainly into the utility side of things here. Right? And that's what it is. Fractal is going to bring this type of utility, right? And when you look at PizzaSwap Fun, once again, what are they doing? Well, it's kind of like this was BRC20s. Okay, we ended here. And then Runes started where we ended, but they never progressed, and they're stuck here. So now you got Fractal Bitcoin that now brings all of this, that what we, why we can't move forward, which is the programmability. Okay, so that's why a product model like PizzaSwap Fund makes all the sense in the world to me, because of the programmability, because of the liquidity pool, because of burning the LPs. With the marketplace structure, what we have right now, you can't pull the rug because it's a marketplace structure. But when you have the liquidity pools, you can pull the rug, right? So that's why burning the LPs makes sense. And now we continue where we left off, and we proliferate, and the real fun begins. So I think there's going to be a hell of a lot of opportunities over there. Yeah, so FSIC, I mean, they seem to be okay. I'm not going to pledge for them. I'm not going to vow for them. Thank you for asking. But they seem to be okay. I believe the mining pool that they're working with, the official, I believe, Unisat team retweeted that. So it is what it is. Take it for what it's worth. Tread very lightly at the beginning. As I said, when September 9th comes, that's not the first day of the first day. Sure, they go live, but after block 21,000, which will take roughly 6-7 days after September 9th, is when you can see the PizzaSwap, and then maybe after that, we'll see all the native projects come to life, and, maybe like new meta protocols, like what OpNet and those guys are doing too, and other ones that we don't know of. So it comes down to what's going to be the go-to standard, or the go-to play meta protocol, OpCat this, OpCat that, inscriptions, that makes the most money? Is it going to be Sats Pump Fund, their ecosystem pumping up all these meme coins? Is it going to be native projects, right? Is it going to be this inscription base? There's going to be areas for us to choose, guys. Okay? Yeah. And again, Q4, if it shapes up the way we want it to shape up, bro, let me tell you, we're sitting pretty. We're going to be laughing to the bank. Do I ever really say these things, guys? Seriously, do I, like, look at runes? Do I always say everything is always nice and dandy and good, rainbows and unicorns? No, I'll tell you. If I see poison in the well and the tribe's about to drink out of that well, I'm going to wave the red flag and tell you, guys, don't drink that water. You might get wrecked. Runes. If I see some value like BRCs, I'm going to tell you. I don't know, this may not turn out to be anything, but if it does, we're sitting pretty. Here I sit right now telling the same exact shit, bro. And history will repeat itself once again. Stacks Nakamoto upgrade in October. Yeah, look, I hope it happens. I know Stacks is always talking about a fucking upgrade, and it never happens. So let's just hope this is the breakthrough. And I do like Stacks, but I mean, if you're going to have these updates and these deadlines, and then you're not fulfilling or honoring your deadlines, at some point, people can't take you too seriously anymore. So unfortunately, Stacks is kind of in that area right now. When the dust settles, Track ecosystem will be there. We could talk about Track a little bit. I feel a little bit bad for them, to be honest. I feel like they're not getting any traction. Hint, hint. Track is stuck in the mud, so to speak, for whatever reason. I think they're trying to time the market, is what I was being told from Shizzy, Shizzy, Izzy, Sticky Icky Shizzy. But that's a dangerous game. Look, at the end of the day, brah, look, you guys like Track, that's fine. I just think there's so much other things out there that has come after Track that's getting a lot of attention and love, and they're not letting down people with, like, updates and deadlines not being met. Track just don't have that it factor. They just don't have the it factor. I hope that technology could be the it factor, but right now it's like the same reruns with them. That's how I feel. That's the best way I could put it. Ant-Man also says, but I'm here for the gains. Yeah, we all here for the gains, bro. That's for sure. Again, the technology is important, sure. But let's be honest. If you're putting your money into something and you're not in for gains, or you don't want to see your money grow, I just don't know what you're doing then. You know, you're wasting your money, you're wasting your time, you're wasting your life, you're wasting your energy. We need to all admit we're in it for gains. So let's be correct in our assessments and our picks. And let's not be just, you know, have likability override the facts. Because likability is what's going to get you wrecked. Like, I really don't give a fuck about it. Like, you know, the president and all these things and all, you know, Donald Trump is bad. People say, some people say it's good. I just look at the policies. I could give a shit about what, you know, who you are as a person. But if you're going to do something in a way that's going to be better for the policy, the country, or in this case, the protocol or the ecosystem, I'm all for that. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. And that's how you always remain profitable in this game. Again, this game, for those who never heard me say this game, the cryptocurrency game, is the money game. And when it comes to investing, you want to remain profitable. Why? Because if you want to just go with a status quo because everybody likes it, everybody agrees on it, but it's not going to perform well in the market later down the line. Your goal is to predict what the market is going to be tomorrow or next month. That's your goal, whether it's popular or unpopular. Because if you want to be this popular guy who gets likes and it's going well with everybody and all this shit on Twitter or whatever, YouTube, whatever it is, but the outcome doesn't stand up well with the facts, you lose money. And when you do that over and over and over, you run out of money, the quality of your life goes down immensely, okay? So you probably won't be able to buy the things that you want to buy, like a nice fucking piece of steak, go on fucking vacation, leave your fucking job, right, if you get into that game. So I feel like a lot of people lose their way of, I made an investment first, and then second, I'm part of this community, and then you don't want to speak out on things that you objectively see that isn't going well because it may upset the community, then you all fucking go broke together. That's not a good way to have a high quality of life, is all I'm saying, okay? So just be honest with yourselves. I want to be rich. Well, that's the first step in being rich, is being correct and learning how to do that repetitively over and over and over and over and over. And how do you be rich? Well, you be correct. How do you be correct? You don't give a fuck if it's popular or unpopular, like you telling everybody runes is going to wreck them. That's how you do it. That's the truth. You be a trendsetter. You find out the next big thing. And if you're a trendsetter in this space, and you all should want to be a trendsetter, because the way you get into something before the rest of the market does, you find it first. Again, you don't have a lot of followers. The projects aren't going to come up to you and say, hey, bro, look into my shit. This and, we could hook you up, right? And then you make that into a narrative that's popular, right? So, again, the game is like this, right? There could be a project that reaches out to, like, say, a big influencer. It probably isn't the best solution. It's probably not the best tech. But that influencer could talk with his other influencers to prop that up, to talk about that, to make that the narrative. You see what I'm saying? That's what they do. But things that are like, say, Bitmap, BRC20s, even Fractal, no matter how much they want to talk, they can't fight against the trend, bro. You don't fight against the trend. You either find it before it becomes trendy, or you adopt it, adapt to it, and adopt it as fast as possible. The last thing you want to do is ignore it, because then now it's like you're missing out on gains, bro, on market share. It's stupid. It's only so much you could swallow your pride, right? Okay, what else do we got down here? Any other questions? Okay, I read that. I want to be rich, don't we all? Yeah, OpNet. I mean, look, OpNet, those guys seem highly intelligent. I think they mean business. I had them on the channel. We spoke for about over 3 freaking hours. And I think you guys can come up with your own conclusions with them. I think they're legit. And as I said, I invite, and I would help promote innovation in the space. I invite innovation and I promote innovation in the BTC space. Whether I own bags or not, I don't give a shit. And as a matter of fact, if I own bags of something, I'll be the first to talk about it bad if I see some shady shit happening. You know what I mean? Like, I owned a lot more dog than most people, and I still spoke the truth. Okay, what else we got down here? I film movies. Don't forget, something new will come next. Yeah, absolutely. That's always going to be the thing. That's exactly why you want to be able to master the skill set of harnessing what's going to be the next thing. That's the game you guys need to master to be competitive and be ahead of the crowd. Could you master the skill set on what's going to be the next big thing in the market? It's not that hard, trust me. And the way you do that is not by looking at what everybody else is already doing, because chances are you're already late, if that's the case. Smash the like buttons, y'all. What's wrong with you people? Holy shit. Hurting my feelings over here. By the way, guys, full disclosure, I am cooking some serious dishes. I got a pot, it's on the stove, and I got the big spatula like this, and I'm like this. I'm just cooking, guys. Be prepared for what I'm about to drop in the coming weeks or less. What about NFTs on Fractal? I will be dead honest with you guys, like I always am, okay? Look, do I like Fractal Bitcoin? Of course. Do I like the ecosystem? Of course. Do I like the Unisat team? Of course. But this NFT shit, maybe it'll have some hype in the beginning. Maybe people buy into it. That's fine. Hey, look, maybe there's going to be a market for that. But I feel as though Fractal Bitcoin is going to work the best with tokens and having DeFi applications. I just don't know about this NFT thing. How many times do we have to go through this NFT thing to learn from it? And I personally don't need to invest money into NFTs to learn the hard way, okay? Ethereum NFTs, look what happened to that. Solana NFTs, look what happened to that. Bitcoin NFTs, look what happened to that, right? Didn't work out too well. I mean, when I say Bitcoin NFTs, the whole art thing, right? One sec. Yeah, my bad. So that didn't work out too well, right? And you can look at the whole Bitcoin art as Bitcoin NFTs. Let's just make the conversation easier. I mean, even the biggest influencers who were supporting that, they dropped that like a freaking bag of bricks, and all of a sudden start talking about tokens. Leonidas and those guys. Your lower inscriptions are going to be worth a lot. This is not this is artifacts. This is not art, right? Nobody talks about Bitcoin art anymore. Even the biggest shills who created that market don't. So what are we talking about right now? Fractal Bitcoin NFTs? Is that going to end any differently long term? Look, I'm not here to try to beat down any project that means well and that's doing, putting a lot of time and effort and energy into this. But at the end of the day, NFTs never really last too long, boys. Okay? Straight up. So, I mean, unless they got some use case for it that gives you access to something that's going to bring you value, kind of like what we did with our ordinals at Sats Hunters, if you have that in your wallet, you don't pay any fees for life. You save your Bitcoin. And that now means your ROI on the tokens that you're trying to mint, which is BRCs, gives you a larger ROI because it's subjected to how much Bitcoin you spend. So unless it's things like that, sure. But my personal take, that's a hot take, whatever you want to call it, NFTs never end up too well long term. So if you want to take advantage of the initial hype and make some few extras, which probably would happen, by all means, go ahead. That's another play you could do, right? If you think there could be some pumps with these NFTs on Fractal at the beginning and you want to capture that spread, take advantage of that, by all means, all the power to you. Now you're talking. But if you're talking about long-term holds, bro, tell me any NFT right now that is worth anything long-term. Not even Bored Ape Yacht Club. They're wrecked. It's pennies. It's worth like 3 bags of chips. Come on. That's what I'll tell you there. Shit. Behold the vision. What's the best to punt a bet in BTC ecosystem, bro? Always love your content. So I would say this. I would recommend, well, I can't even recommend because that's financial advice. This is not financial advice. What I would say is, if I was you and I had some capital and I wanted to deploy in Fractal Bitcoin because I've done my own research and I saw what these people like myself on YouTube and Twitter are saying, and it matches up with my conclusions, right? My thesis off of my research, I would say this. This is what I'm doing. I want to own some FB for a long-term hold. Fractal Bitcoin native token. It will be volatile in the beginning. They did a pre-sale. I don't know what the vesting is like. There may be a big surge at the beginning and then maybe a little bit of a dump. I don't know. So whenever you determine when your entry price is, choose that, have some conviction, live with it. And I would say keep that long-term. Like we're talking about like a year, 2 years. I believe that Fractal Bitcoin FB will be a top 50 crypto in about 8 months or less. That's just what I believe. Because I believe the people who don't see the value in Fractal today, once it's functional and operational, and they can see all the shit that's happening over there, they're going to soon realize, oh my God, we could do so much more, and they will adopt it. And I think it could cause a network effect over time, over a period of months. I truly believe this. And furthermore, the FB token is not a governance token. It's a gas token. You pay for transaction fees. As I already alluded to, the top 25 cryptos, 80% of them are gas tokens. I'm not saying it's going to be a top 25, but I believe it could be top 50, just behind Stacks somewhere, okay, when it's all said and done. So you might want to look into that. Then you want to keep some capital, at least if you're, if I were you, this is what I'm doing, for the inscriptions. You want to get some early inscriptions, okay? Again, it's very hard to have a frame of reference to what project might inscribe what. Meaning, how do you find a project on Twitter that's inscribing something, a 6 character, that's going to put that to work or use? That's going to be the challenge that you face. But I'm sure you're smart people, you could figure it out. And I'm sure I'm a smart person, I'll eventually figure it out. That's what I'm doing there. I'm also looking at, based off of their Medium article, and this is the real key right here. I'm looking at native fractal, potential new meta protocols, potential new standards. This is what they were telling us in the Medium post. Yahweh told us they're working with Starkware, I believe, to create trustless BTC rollup solutions, ZK rollup solutions. That's the type of shit that really gets me excited, bro. Now we're talking about sophisticated, unforeseen technology that could be utilized with OpCat. OpCat allows us to create trustless solutions like bridges, like roll-up solutions. This is where the real gains is going to happen. Now, let's break down all of this. We got our long-term window, which is Fractal Bitcoin token. We got our inscriptions, which is our short-term window, I would say. Then we got tokens that could potentially have massive hype that are native to their own standard going on Fractal that could give nice pumps. Right? And then we have, I'm talking about 10x overnight, 20x, whatever, in like 4 days, whatever, shit like that. And then we have the likes of the serious sophisticated protocols that Yahweh told us on my live stream. He's working with ZK Stark people, or ZK, sorry, what's her name? Starkware people, to build ZK roll-up solutions like trustless bridges. That's like a mid to long term outlooks. We have a plethora of different options coming to us, guys, real soon. So keep it locked, keep it loaded to the channel. I'm going to try to make as much content as I can. As I said, I'm cooking too. But people who know me, I've hit at least one 100x every single year I've been in crypto, active in crypto. I'm still yet to do that this year, but I believe that's going to come just in time in Q4 because of Fractal Bitcoin. Carl Carl Hensel says, Foresight Francis Uncensored. There we go. That's another new nickname there. Do smash the like buttons, please. What's up, Derek? How you doing, man? I'll get your question is next. What do you think about BRC 100 fork of BRC 20? Very interesting question. I have not looked into it. I know it's from the same guys behind RMS, I think it is, right? Or RSM. I think it's RSM. And that is Mikkel. I don't know much about those guys. I think they mean well based off of what they're trying to show us and present to us. Don't know if it's ever going to happen. Don't know if it's technically possible. You probably know more than I do, to be honest, Derek. But I really appreciate you and your support during the course of this year, Derek. Thank you for everything, and thank you for being here. Gotta free your mind before you can free your pockets. Be water, my friend. Bruce Lee. There you go. I love Bruce Lee. What else we got here? Questions-wise. KLL says, you are the best and speak the truth. Always good. I appreciate you. Thank you. I actually did a Twitter poll. It's funny, because it's so funny. Like, I've seen these guys, pre-Runes on Twitter, like influencers, had about like 18K followers. Then Runes was coming out, so they joined that whole mainstream shilling of Runes, and it gained like 15,000 subs. So they went past like, say, 30,000. And still today, they still retain that amount of subscribers, even after when they were just like off by a landslide about Runes. Completely off. Literally, Runes did the opposite of what they told everybody was going to do, but yet they still have all of those followers who probably forgot all the shit that they were telling them on why they're even subscribed to these guys. But me now, on the other hand, 4 months ago, being objectively correct about Runes, I lost about maybe, 3,000 people on Twitter, which I don't give a shit about, as I told you guys. I'm not in the business to become popular. I'm in the business to predict what the market is going to be like tomorrow, next week, next month, whether that's unpopular or popular. Because it's not about being it's not about getting likes. It's about being correct so your portfolio fucking goes up, which improves your quality of life. Trust me, I'm living very fucking nicely, okay? Because of that. So, but my point is, it's like those guys still got the followers, and that's the game. The influencer game today does not reward you for being accurate or correct. The influencer game is all about telling people the things that they want to hear, sugarcoating the truth, and driving as much attention as possible as you can to your account. That's it. I could say something that's 100% factual. Somebody else could come and say the opposite of what I say, get all the likes, get all the followers, and be wrong, and then they move on and their account blows up. Again, if I was in the game of being popular, I'll be online every fucking day. Obviously, I'm not online every fucking day because I don't give a shit about that life. Remember, my old slogan was what? The crypto lifestyle. Well, we have crypto, well, we're banking coin. Then we have lifestyle. We got to live the lifestyle. So when you're banking coin, you got to enjoy your life too. The crypto life. You can't be the crypto lifestyle if you ain't living a lifestyle. You can't be the crypto lifestyle if your goal is to become famous and popular on fucking Twitter or on YouTube. Right? You become the crypto lifestyle because you're more right than you're wrong with your assessment on tokens, which makes you money, so you could go live a lifestyle that you want. See what I'm saying? Everything else we don't give a fuck about. That's for the people who wants to become marketers and be famous. That's fine if that's the game you're in. And I actually mean that. That is fine if that's the game you're into. But that's not how we do it. That's not how the trendsetters do it. Okay, sorry. I think we have a super chat here. My apologies. I think we do. And we do. We do have a $10 super chat from D. Torian. Where do you think Fractal Bitcoin's market cap will be when it launches? Now, that's a very, very, very good question, but I'll tell you why it's extremely difficult for me to answer. And I do appreciate everybody who is here in the live chat. You guys are missing some serious alpha. It's very rare to come across a guy like me. Like, if I was y'all and I'm like just bored at home or wherever you are right now at work or in your car or on your couch, and you see a guy like me who's saying it like it is, who doesn't really care about other people's feelings but the truth, other than the truth, and he's trying to position you by being objectively correct or with an unpopular opinion, you are blessed. Because people like me are rare to find on YouTube, let me tell you. And then you combine that with people like me who are crypto YouTubers, I'm like one of a kind. Straight up. I ain't gonna tell you the shit that you want to hear. I'm gonna tell you shit that you need to hear, so it actually provides you with the information you need to be a better investor. Okay? So yeah, back to your question about market cap, bro. It's very hard. If I had the token economics in front of me from the pre-sale, I'll be able to tell you exactly where it is. But right now, without knowing how much price per token per round and all these things, I don't really have much information about the token economics with that, from that side of things. Now, from a fairness standpoint, all you need is the percentages to see what's being allocated to what. So from that standpoint, it was enough data for me to see if this was, you know, how it could perform. But to tell you a market cap, I don't have the prices, so I just can't. It's literally shooting darts in the dark. I just can't do it. So unfortunately, I can't. But on day one, I'll have more data to give you a more firm assessment. Okay, what else do we have? What other questions we got here, guys? I see some at the bottom. Chef, that's correct. Which fractal project to buy right now? Listen, you can't buy any fractal project right now. Now, people will ask me, what do you think about the pre-fractal projects? To be honest, like, I don't know. I would just say maybe majority of them are just trying to extract from you, take advantage of the hype, and then I don't know if they'll deliver or not post-fractal. Maybe they would, maybe they wouldn't. I will be cautious of those. But again, Uniworlds, like, this is not real alpha, but Uniworlds is right up there. Sasspam Fun is right out there. That one there, the Homozones or whatever, they're right up there. You know, yeah, the Telegram game, bro, that one looks good. Right? So it's like a Fractal Bitcoin Telegram game. That one looks very interesting and original and different. I would definitely say them too. But everything else, it's you know, it's suspect, but you cannot say that they're not legit because we just don't know for certain. But yeah, there's more and more projects coming, and just take your time, but take those ones seriously though, the ones that I just mentioned. Let him cook. Hunter.sats. Yo, Hunter, I think, like, you know, you may have been one of the people back in the day who were saying, yo, this Francis guy, he's not going to build any tool, inscription tool, and use Shint as a form of payment. And sure enough, I did. So, you know, here we sit once again. Can't wait to tell you guys what I got in store. That will be revealed shortly. So Michael Blast, NFT is what? Another PFP to flex? There's gatekeep for access, like you said. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big NFT guy, so I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys, yes, the NFTs on Fractal Bitcoin is going to print and it's going to be worth it just because I like Fractal. I'm just not going to do that. I just can't. It's kind of crooked, guys. Sorry. PizzaSwap will go live. That is correct. So PizzaSwap goes live on block 21,000. That is correct. I believe the inscriptions will be able to be, you know, you'll be able to mint and all that on September 9th. So KLL says, if you want to see how good NFTs are, just go and check your wallets and see how much you have lost. Exactly. Again, if you want to get in it because you think it's going to have a quick pump, these NFTs, by all means, that might happen. But you're playing hot potato here, you know? That's what I'll say. And, like, I get it, right? I think most of the people that's in the Bitcoin ecosystem came from the Ethereum NFT market because they saw that how Bitcoin could have NFTs, right? So now 95% of their crypto career is based off of art and not tokens. So they don't have a knack for tokens or a natural interest for it. You know what I mean? So this is probably why they're asking about these NFT projects. Yeah, FB can flip STX mid long term. I agree. Hunter says FB, yeah, can flip once again. See, I think that was a duplicate message. Do you believe it is time to revisit the metaverse with all the global divisiveness? Governments have lost most citizen confidence. Look, I am a huge proponent for the metaverse. I don't know if most of you guys know this, but I invested quite a lot of money, bro, like a dumbass. Pretty much at the top, I'll be honest, or near the top of the metaverse hype last cycle. I've developed in Sandbox and I own some expensive land. I believe at some point we will be there in the future. I really do. I believe that how the way we interact with each other in a digital way, it's going to be 3D. I see my children today, they don't mess with 2D applications like YouTube. You would say that's weird, right? Because children normally watch cartoons. But these kids, when they get past that, like, say, 3-year-old age, they get to, like, say, 5, 6, they're into games. And they're not into games like just like 2D games like that. They're into like games that they can play live with their friends, which is 3D, which is metaverses. And a metaverse is a true metaverse is a shared 3D environment that has its currency. We're going to see that in the future generation. So if you got a long-term hold for that, go ahead. But right now, I just don't see the metaverse taking off. Maybe in Q4 that'll all change. If we have a sudden bull run in Q4, in November, December, January, whatever, Q1, I think all markets could pop off. And metaverse is one of them too. One second. I worked my legacy address on Uniswap. On Unisat wallet for Fractal Testnet. Is it okay or shift to Taproot? I will always say Taproot for best practice, but you can't go wrong. I think Unisat mentioned Segwit wallets should be supported, but it's always for best practice to have a Taproot supported wallet. That's what I use. I think Segwit is a little bit cheaper, but Taproot's always safer. I rather security over cheapness. But again, it should be okay. But just to be super safe, use a Taproot enabled wallet. What is your takeaway on Dognall's DRC20? Do you think they can have a run? Yeah, again, that's not an area that I'm too involved in. It's like there's so much going on. If you really want to be good at something, you should focus on that one thing, right? You could be a jack of all trades, but that then now means you're not good at any one thing. You know a little bit about everything, but you don't know everything about one thing. You know what I mean? So that's just how I do it. I double down on the one thing that I believe is going to have the highest possibility of success. Dognalls, I hear a lot of good things, but I can't comment on something that I don't know anything about. It'll just be ignorant, ignorant thing for me to do. So I'm not going to do that now. Yo, Francis, hello. What's up, Stas? How you doing? Okay, bro. Hope everything is fine. Mike Bennett, sorry if I missed it. Came late. No problem. Thank you for joining regardless. When will Fractal testnet tokens be refilled available? Also, campaigns have ended. When new ones? So, I actually have a shit ton of Fractal Bitcoin testnet tokens, so I'm okay in that regard. What we normally see happen with these faucets, with all type of testnets, they go scarce, like they just get drained, right? People just like mint it. They got a certain amount for that, and then they reset it. I just hope by tomorrow. But you're actually the first person to ask me this. But it appears that everybody has fucking minted out the damn thing, bro. So, again, that's not unique to Fractal. That happens to, all of these different testnets. So sorry. Do we have another super chat? Yeah, we do. So sorry about that. My man, we got the man himself. Take a shit 1992. Thank you so much. Sir, sir, pour now. All I can give is Wagami soon. Oh, man. We're all going to make it soon. Yeah, I feel you, bro. Don't worry, man. Fractal is going to be the way. It's going to bring us back to the glory days, guys, okay? We got, again, programmability. We got OpCat, which is programmability. We got scalability, cheap fees, the same team. There's nothing else in the market right now that you have a safer place in terms of outcome, bro. What else could you ask for? I really don't know what else I could ask for, right? Again, if we're looking at the landscape and we're looking at this, that, the only thing that makes sense right now is this. So, I'm very, 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 very hopeful here. Okay, who else we got in the chat? Let me just go up a little bit. Yeah, what Telegram named game? Do you remember the name? So if you go to the Satspump Fund Twitter and scroll down, they made a partnership with them. I think it's like NOD, something like that. Can't recall them. But go to Satspump Fund's Twitter and scroll down. Or musical chairs, exactly. How about bells? I invested about around $1, now down 20%, thinking to double down. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you could go wrong with bells, but I do think bells will be volatile. It could even go lower than what it is right now. That being said, the market going down is the cause for bells as well going down. But hey, look, when you have miners receiving these rewards in the early days, it will be volatile. So just take that into consideration, 110%. They may be a better entry price for you to get into, other than what it is right now. We do have Ordinal Revolution up in the chat, and they say, "Why do you hate transfer inscription so much?" Who, me or Shizzy? Is that Shizzy asking me his own, how he feels? I don't know. I don't mind transfer inscriptions, to be honest. So Hunter says, ha ha ha, holy shit, Hunter knows Francis always comes through. Bro, can't wait to see innovations you bring, sir. You know how we do it. Thoughts on Brett? Ah, man. What is that, like a Solana thing? I don't know. I don't know about Brett. I know Brett the Hitman Hart. Is he making a comeback? To WWF? He's going to do the sharpshooter? Remember that shit? The sharpshooter? Bell's got a good chance, Z. Richington says. Yes, it probably reminds him of Zcash. Remember that, dude? Zcash? Bro, you were bullish on Zcash. Holy crap. Since 2017. Oh, it's on base, eh? Okay, cool. Yeah. I don't really mess with much outside of the Bitcoin ecosystem, man. So sorry. Cool. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we just dropped some information on how I feel. Thank you so much for your questions as well. But yeah, I mean, look, we're almost there. Again, to summarize things, I believe that how you could have an opportunity with the early inscriptions, obviously. I also believe that how, don't get too hard on the team because Opcast not enabled. That's going to present a lot of more advanced functionality for the PizzaSwap. I also believe, as they alluded to in their ecosystem section, you have a bunch of things that are going to come to market that's going to be after this, which is a bunch of other options for DEXs, meta protocols and standards, and all these things they told us in the Medium post, So just because you see this DEX here on September 9th, on block 21,000 and the inscriptions on September 9th, I believe there's going to be more things slowly rolling out. So be on the lookout on the later things as well, guys. And don't get too caught up in what's being presented to us initially. I think they're rolling that out slowly for a reason. All right, guys? Yeah, thank you, Mike Bennett. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Until the next one, your ass is on your own, bro. Later.